morning everyone and welcome to We Creatives. I'm Kat Sheridan and thank you very much for joining me this week. So today we are doing our lockdown editions. We're back online and we're going to be making origami apples. Now these look super complicated, but they're actually really easy to do. In just a few simple steps, you can make as many of these as you want and hopefully just in time for the summer holidays or when you're returning to nursery. So all you are going to need to get started is either a pre-cut piece of origami paper, you can get these from all sorts of art supply shops, or a standard A4 piece of paper. Now what I would do with this is I would cover it in whatever pattern you want, with colors, pens, pencils, paint, let it dry, and then what I would like you to do is fold one edge of the paper to another to create a giant triangle, and that is going to give you a square when you cut this extra bit off. So as long as you've got a piece of paper and your two hands, you should be able to give this a go. Okay, so I'm going to start with my red piece of paper that is colored on one side and not on the other. If you've started with a plain piece of paper, then just make sure you have your pattern on one side. So we have our piece of paper here, and what we are going to do is fold it in half so that both edges are meeting and we have a perfect crease down the middle. Now do try and make sure these creases, these folds, are as sharp as possible. I want you to open that back up and again fold down the other way, really squishing that crease down so we should have a perfect cross in the middle of our paper. Now we're going to go diagonally, corner to corner, and just again make sure every edge meets up. If you need to re-sugar, please do, and then pin it down. Open that up, and we've almost got a complete star, but we're going to go the last way, corner to corner, and get that line right in the middle so that we have a complete starburst in the middle of our piece of paper, just like that. Okay everyone, so your piece of paper should look like this with a big starburst on it, and I really want you to focus on this horizontal line in the middle here because this is going to help us with the next move, which is a little bit tricky. So what I want you to do, if you turn onto your non-pattern side, this middle line here, I want you to use your two fingers and push it in so that we fold on that center fold and end up with a triangle. I'm just going to show you that again. So the piece of paper is out here and we're pushing, it's this central line, you're squeezing, for want of a better word, in on itself, and that fold allows a triangle. Perfect. Okay, so once you've got to that shape, just to show you, there's 2 points here and 2 points here. What you are going to do is actually take one layer of this outer side, and this point here, we are going to fold all the way to the very top. I'm just going to pop that down to flatten it properly. Very important we get those creases in. Excellent. So you should have a shape that looks like this. And then again, we're going to take just one layer, just this layer here, and we're going to take the point and fold it all the way up to the top, as sharp a diamond as we can make. So we've had a triangle and now we've got a diamond sitting on top of that triangle. You're going to flip your piece of paper over and we're going to do the same thing. Outside, point all the way to the top of your triangle, and again, so that we end up with another beautifully sharp diamond. And your piece of paper should look like this. Okay, so we have our diamond, everybody. Boop, boop, boop. And what I want you to do is see that there are different layers of this diamond. I'm just going to try and show you here. It's almost like a mouth. Hello! What we're going to do is on top layer, doesn't matter which side, this side or this side, we're going to take the outside layer, and again, we're going to fold the point into the center as neatly as we can. So it's going to look like that. So all I've done is I've taken this outside bit here and I have folded it into the center just like that. Now, this is very important that we get this nice and tight because it's going to hold our apple together when we do the magic at the end and blow it up. We're going to flip over. What did she say? Did she say blow it up? Yes, we're going to blow into it and it's going to expand. It's going to be brilliant. So on this side, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to fold our outside edges into the middle, just like that. So our piece of paper now looks like kind of a little kite, I guess. And you'll notice on one side, on one end, there are these little flippity floppy bits on the top. And on the other side, they're kind of all connected, although I've already ripped mine there. So with these little flippity floppity ones, we're going to actually do something quite sneaky. We're going to take one point here and we're going to fold it inside. And I literally mean make a little cocoon here. We're going to fold this all the way down inside here and squish that so that we get, again, a nice sharp line like so. Gonna do the same on this side. Just peeling that top layer, it's the only one that wants to come. Open up a little tunnel and feed your piece of paper, your point all the way down and fold it. Okay. Now we're gonna flip onto the other side with the exact same top or bottom, whichever one you decided these little bits went onto, so that on one end we have all of our flappy bits, as we'll call them for today's video, all inside and ready to go. Here we go. So we have our little kite, and on this side you'll notice that there's a bit of a hole there, and that is where the magic happens. Okay everyone, now the fun bit. How does this possibly become this, Sheridan? Well, I will let you know. You're going to look at both sides of your piece of origami. That side doesn't seem to have a hole in it. That side does. You're going to put it between your hands and blow directly into the center of your origami apple. And what you will see is you make this perfectly beautiful spherical shape with a tiny little hole there just waiting for you to put a stalk in. Now, this is the one tiny cheat that I do because it's quite difficult to have a tiny stalk. But if you have another spare bit of paper, white or green, just draw yourself or cut a tiny little stalk out. And actually, I've seen this done brilliantly with a kind of tiny pencil that you might get from a interior design shop that your parents might know about. But you're going to cut out a tiny little stalk and place it inside your apple. And there we have it, everybody. One origami apple courtesy of We Creatives. I hope you have so much fun making these. You can do them for days and days and days. They're perfect to put little presents in. If you put them in whilst you're folding it up, they're perfect to give us gifts, and they're brilliant just to have in your home and to share with other people. The magic comes in the breath. Thank you so much for watching today, and I really hope to see you at our live session next week. See you then. Bye.